Growing up in the 80s and 90s, I more or less grew up playing different systems and consoles, from the Atari to the PlayStation 1, from the Nintendo to Sega, from the Atari ST to the Amiga. And throughout all of this, my bestie friend was there, and although the internet at first had not set its claws into the world, we still played games together. And through the sheer joy of split screens, we even had other people join us, which was even more fun. But just like everything else, soon life's steely claws took a hold, and we ended up moving away from each other. Fast forward to 2023, and we still enjoy gaming sessions, but now things have advanced, and so have MMOs, and this is the story, or should I say the struggle, to find a free playable MMO. So go ahead and like and subscribe as we look into 5 free MMOs you should or should not be getting. Okay, so first off we downloaded Star Trek Online, created a character, then signed out until we both could start at the same time. It's the responsible thing to do. And then a thought struck me, what would actually be really cool right now? Lightsabers. Down came Star Wars, again creating a character and starting together. First off, we could not get a voice chat going, mainly because it did not have one, which didn't really bode well at the start. Then we discovered we started in separate areas and could not meet up until I believe we finished our training. That dragged and dragged for what seemed an age. And adding to all of this, it just felt quite boring. If I had to be honest, it really soured the experience, and after at least a couple of hours, I honestly felt I couldn't go on any longer. Okay, it looked good, the lightsabers was pretty decent, but it just felt so boring. And I have to be honest here as well that I doubt we'll be going back to this one. So at this point, Star Trek Online was looking even better, until I saw an advert for Lord of the Rings Online. And who doesn't like a little bit of Lord of the Rings? So the comments just lit up, didn't it? So we created characters again and dove in. And again, starting in separate places. What is it with these MMOs? And wow, this game looks like shite. I mean, literally, this game does not look pretty. And even downloading the upgraded visuals, it still looked like shite on a stick. And if you're one of those people that really enjoy reading in their games, then this is probably for you. I didn't mind it so much, it's just the fact that there's a lot of reading and not much else happening. The movement is also slow, the cutscenes, moving characters are slow, so it takes you ages to get somewhere. And this is all from the beginning. And there's even places where you have to talk to the NPCs, but this isn't really done well because sometimes it doesn't even recognise you're trying to talk to them. So you end up moving around the NPCs like you're playing some sort of weird ass elven musical chairs. But only this time there's no fun and you're the only one playing. This was all very disappointing as I really do love the Lord of the Rings universe. And as a first impression, it really was not very good. And I felt the first hour really wasn't a great example of showing off their MMO game to hook people into playing more. Although I think it is probably worth mentioning that at this point we had found Steam Chat, so we could talk together, but believe me, it probably wouldn't have saved either of these games. And finally, Star Trek Online. But then the next day I got a text from my bestie, let's call him Agent P. Hey, what's Destiny 2 like, he asks. And I've played Destiny 1 and it was okay. I'm sure they've updated it and made it a lot better. Let's find out, shall we? Again, after creating characters, we dived in. But unfortunately, again, we had to play through a separate tutorial on our own. And then after a little bit of cursing, because we weren't in the same realms, we then figured out that we could actually just hop over to each other's realms and just play together, which was pretty cool. A well-aimed bullet dodge there. Get it? Bullet dodge. Destiny 2. Use it, never mind. This one, to be honest, was not too bad to start with. Looked pretty decent, but our joint group was not picking up XP for missions done together, and this was a problem. And playing together also felt a little bit disjointed. Add to this, it was asking us to do some quests that relied on us waiting for timed events to start, and this was not a fun wait. And so, leaving Destiny 2 behind, we did say we probably would go back to it if we can find anything better. And finally, we arrived at Star Trek Online. Yes, I was a Vulcan and my character looked rather Guild Wars 2, you say? I remember that. I owned this one when it first came out, way back in 2012, and it was even in a box. Wow. What? It's free to play now? Oh, okay then. Well, it's just as well because I have no idea where my box is. And upon downloading, creating 2 separate characters, and yes, starting in the same place. Wait, what? Started at the same place? Huh. Well, that's a good start. And using Steam speak to each other, we got started. Okay, so from the start, Guild Wars 2 kind of feels more like World of Warcraft, and that's a good thing, because if it wasn't for the fact that I'd had to pay a monthly charge, and at the moment I can't afford it, and also because of the complete thunder dump that's going on over there, I'd be probably levelling up my tank right now. Guild Wars 2 looked far better than I actually thought, and sounded pretty decent as well. Although it did have class quests you had to do on your own, they never ever felt and you were able to take your entire party with you. The cutscenes seemed pretty decent and they were all voiced, which was quite impressive. Gameplay was fun and used their system where it scaled your level if you went into a lower level area. There were plenty of events to do and missions, and the map is huge. There is storylines throughout the actual game, but it has a cool system where you can go to many different places in different orders. There's fast travel that works really well, I mean really well. There's even dungeons, as you would expect, that you can go and explore and obviously do quests in. And it's pretty apparent that you can see the fact that the game's dev team have tried perfecting the game since its 2012 release. There are in-app purchases, as you would expect from a free-to-play game, and even an auction house to use, but some things need you to purchase at least one of the expansions to use. Since downloading it a few weeks ago, we have stuck to this one and will be definitely getting the DLC for it. In fact, my bestie has even got his DLC already and has the luxury of riding around with a mount. Yes, there's mounts, and these are actually pretty cool, even down to the way they stop. And this is pretty cool because even the basic mounts look and feel pretty darn cool. I did, however, get to try them out for myself, as you get a time trial, and it's worth the DLC just for the mount in my mind. And with that, I would say the winner here is clearly Guild Wars 2, and I am completely shocked by saying this, Destiny 2 not being a close second, but still probably the one that we'd go back to if we had to. And I can already see everyone typing into chat that that's not the best one, this is the best one, blah blah blah. Well, if you've got a better suggestion, or indeed if you want me to make another video, let me know your suggestions down in the comments. We'll try them out, and I may make another video for it, highlighting your choices and whether they're actually better than Guild Wars 2 as the benchmark. Go ahead and like and subscribe for more future videos, as we have loads of things coming up very soon. Thanks and take care, because life is better when we game together.